Welcome back to the Maximum Chillage Podcast, Episode 3, Season 2. My name is Chewy Sanchez, and with me, as always...
I'm Tiki Mike.
Tiki Mike. It's actually Friday morning. We forgot recording this during the week like we normally do, because Mike was too busy.
I wasn't too busy.
He had to go to a movie.
Yeah, I wanted to go to a movie. It was a limited release. It was the last day.
Well, it was a fucking anime movie, I bet.
Yeah, it was.
Oh my god, this fucking nerd.
You know, it was... the last one I could defend a little bit more because the last one is historically important to cinema.
Watching some Ponyo or some shit.
No.
Back in theaters for the 10th time.
No, last time? No, it was Perfect Blue, which, what's that guy's name? Aronofsky?
Boring.
No, the dude did Requiem for a Dream and Black Swan. He bought the rights to the movie, used a scene from the anime to put into Requiem for a Dream, and then also...
What do you get out of going to these movies? You come out and just like, oh, that was a great movie. Really glad that I saw that on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, man. Well, because I'm off Tuesdays.
Oh, my God.
And if I happen to see a release of something that's interesting, yeah, I might go see it.
Basically, he just said, fuck everybody who listens to the Maximum Chillage podcast, so he doesn't care about a time schedule. He doesn't care about scheduling.
I offered up Monday.
It is, I'm not doing it on a Monday, man.
Oh, I can't do it on a Monday.
No, I can't do it on a Monday.
You can't do it on a Monday.
This guy.
I'm all tired because it's my first day back at work from the weekend.
It really is.
That's a ridiculous premise.
That's not.
You should be rested from the weekend.
Get a real fucking job, and then you'll know.
You should be rested from the weekend.
No, that's not what it is at all. You're fucking
tired
from going back your first day.
I understand being tired at the end of the week,
right
before your weekend.
An hour to get back to
my
job.
A whole hour?
So I have to wake up an hour earlier than I have to wake up normally. So I'm waking up at 5:45 in the morning. I don't have time to be hanging out with a guy who jerks off and smokes weed all day and talking about bullshit.
Well, yeah, no.
Welcome to the Maximum Chillage Podcast. No, I actually went to the movies too.
On Tuesday?
No, last weekend, which is a big thing for me because, I don't like the movies.
Yeah, I know. You're way too biased. Is why your whole argument before is incredible.
I went to go see Fahrenheit 11/9, Michael Moore.
I don't know if I like Michael Moore anymore,
I like him now this time. You know why?
Dude?
Because you leave the movie not just hate. It's not just a jerking off yourself movie. You leave the movie hating Donald Trump, obviously, the Republican Party, but you end up hating the Democratic Party, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama. You end up hating them all.
Look, man, that guy is pompous as fuck, and he
just wants to help his fucking
a proverbial
community.
Jerk-off fest every time he's on a fucking interview.
About Flint, Michigan?
I was watching him promote the movie.
Yeah.
This
was supposed to be a movie about Donald Trump's
real
election.
Time with Bill Maher.
Yeah.
He
made it a lot about Flint, Michigan.
Dude, just the date happening.
Bill Maher's another one of those guys where I don't know if I like.
I like him a lot of the time. I don't always agree with him.
I don't like it when
things,
sometimes
but he is very self-important.
He
Definitely, especially when he's talking about things he doesn't understand, like technology and youth trends. He's totally not on board with getting into the know of things.
Yeah,
and when he's talking about social media, I mean, I think social media is a cesspool, but for the totally different reasons of how he thinks of it. He thinks of it like old man, get off my lawn type of shit, and that's not why I think social media is a
starting to be
cesspool.
an old man, get off my lawn, though.
Who?
Me.
Well, yeah, we all are. We talked about this last episode.
Yeah, it happens, though.
Yeah.
So he actually is an old man, though. It was well into his 60s.
Yeah, he is.
Almost
he's
70,
like
probably.
65.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand his get off my lawn sentiments.
I don't know, man. If you're that...
For people who have done this, who have seen all this before, without the circle jerk of the internet, it kind of probably gets really annoying.
I'm saying, if you're in
you used to have to go to a Democratic headquarters for that circle jerk.
What are you talking about?
You used to have to go places.
Oh yeah,
you'd have to read your own media to get that. But now it's just in your face all the time. Sometimes I don't feel like seeing it, to be honest.
Yeah.
As much as I might believe that what they're saying and stuff, sometimes it's like, oh man, this is just bumming me out today. Mm-hmm. Even though you should be bummed out, but I don't know. It's hard.
Oh yeah,
life's hard, man. Life's hard, and
existence is hard.
Because life's hard. Mike brought me some. I asked him to bring me some coffee this morning. I actually woke up at a really good hour, 5:45.
Oh, okay.
Because I went to the gym. I just got back to the gym because I'm trying to live up to our New Year's resolutions that we actually made for ourselves.
You should forgo this drink then.
I should. So I asked Mike. He says, "You want any coffee?" Mike's not a big coffee guy. I was actually surprised.
I mean, I get coffee every now and then.
I was surprised he asked me if I wanted any coffee. I thought, if anything, it'd be like, "Do you want a Red Bull or something?" Which I already drank this morning as my pre-workout.
That's a terrible.
I gotta wake up, dude.
But okay.
So this guy, I've been drinking those bangs. I've been drinking those bangs as the pre-workout.
I told you, man. Those bangs are delicious. Have you tried pina colada yet?
I like them all, to be honest with you. And a lot of people say that they don't like them. What scares me about those bangs is that they're made from they're the Red Line. They're what Red Line turned into. Mm-hmm. And Red Line was the notorious give you a heart attack energy drink.
Yeah.
So you're just having this whole thing. And
well, it doesn't have all the other stimulants like guarine and taurine and all that.
Oh, does it not?
No, but it does have a higher amount of caffeine, I believe. I don't remember exactly. I might be talking out of my ass on that one. But from
I remember cheap.
Someone telling me.
They taste good. And they have that creatine, bro. Get all those gains.
Yeah, man. Get all that water weight gain, bro. Because that's...
You can't see me right now, but I'm getting swole.
Oh, my God, dude. I think he's busting out of his shirts. Need some bigger sleeves.
Fucking 2X shirts I have to wear right now. That's why I'm getting back to the gym.
Oh, man.
But speaking of what we're wearing...
Wait. Cold brew.
This is a cold brew, yeah.
Yeah, well, we didn't finish that story there.
Well, okay. Mike was going to bring me some coffee, so I said, bring me a black cold brew coffee. I want a black bottled cold brew. I didn't want to make it too difficult for the guy. Send him to actual Starbucks because I don't think he's capable of ordering an actual Starbucks drink.
I get cold brew from Starbucks. That is the drink that I get.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Now, let me explain this.
I didn't know that.
I went to 7-Eleven under your suggestion to get the
I figured
drink
that'd be the easiest place for a man like you to go.
To get the suggested drink from the suggested place you put in the text.
Yeah.
So, because I said, hey, man, you want to I'll get you some coffee. You told me, hey, go to 7-Eleven, get this cold brew.
I figure 7-Eleven is just a good place for this guy to go.
I understand. He needs black cold brew because there's no milk in it.
Yeah.
This man is a shitstorm once he consumes dairy.
Lactose intolerant.
So, I was like, fuck, yeah, all right. So I went over there. And I go there, and there is no black cold brew. I look for other options. There are no other options. Everything looks like it's straight up, cream, heavy cream. Everything that looks bad. This is even pretty bad.
So he gets, let me explain what he gets.
And I even looked at the double espresso shot thing, and it was like, oh, that even has skim milk. Well, go big or go home.
He gets vanilla and fig.
Look, man, I thought it'd be interesting.
Flavored coffee with cream.
Here's why I thought it'd be interesting. I feel like because craft beer.
I don't even know what a fig tastes like, dude.
Have you never had a fig?
No, I've had a fig Newton. That's the closest thing to an actual.
That's how figs taste.
Those are pretty good.
Figs are good, man. They have a fig festival at Fresno State every year.
Those are pretty good.
So, I mean, that's really just for, affluent people from Fresno to go and get sauced on wine and
that's how I had a conversation
cream,
with my coworkers last night. There's a lot of those things that people go to where affluent people flock to places that they normally wouldn't go. Yeah. And my big example is Art Hop in downtown Fresno.
Yeah.
It's where the affluents migrate to downtown for the night and pretend to be cultured. And that was Art Hop last night. If you went, you're probably a piece of shit. I probably don't like you.
Well, did you go?
No, I don't go to those things.
I thought you have been before.
When I worked them.
Art Hop is all right, man. I actually have a suggestion later. We'll talk off air about that.
Okay. Why off air?
Huh?
Why off air?
Okay, well, I can talk about it now.
Do it.
We have a friend that has a studio.
Oh, yeah.
And I had thought about how we could promote this. So my idea is around December or January, we go and we broadcast live. It's a meet and greet. It's maybe we have some,
for all 100 people who listen,
maximum Chillage swag to hand out, by that time. And so I figure it would be dope to broadcast. Let people come in and filter in and out. We'll do some
I was
guys
just
can't see
I had to, if I have to correctly taste this coffee, I have to cleanse my tongue palate, which involves me flicking it in the air multiple times.
just licking his mustache. It's weird. Anybody that
Well, thanks
could
for that. You
picture
wasted
that.
your money because it's terrible.
It's not. It doesn't even taste like fig. It
don't
just
like
tastes
it.
like vanilla.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think a live doing of this would be a little premature, as is everything that we do on this podcast. I'm making T-shirts that we haven't made. Ordering. Did you order any stickers?
I did not. I'll tell you why. Because there's a vast difference between the 3x3 and the 4x4. You said it was 4x4, but I want to just confirm that it is 4x4 before I order it. I'm down to buy it, but I just don't want to order
I don't have
this.
one with me. I can't tell you
Yeah,
what
man.
size
Well,
it
it's
is.
about that size of that
Looks like a
Fresno
4x4
thing.
right
That
there.
doesn't look like 4 inches, man.
You're really familiar with 4 inches?
I'm just saying, the sticker that you're presenting here looks less than 4 inches.
Well, speaking about this fucking cold brew that I hate, it has vanilla in it.
Yeah.
And I saw an interesting article last night, actually, coincidentally, that vanilla is actually worth more than silver at this moment right now.
Dude.
Yeah, so
That shit jumped in the past 5 years.
according to the Takeout, adding to our unfortunate growing list of foods in peril alongside maple syrup and hummus, vanilla, now the second most expensive spice in the world after saffron. The BBC and other outlets point out today that $600 a kilo vanilla now costs more than silver. Most of the world's vanilla supply, more than 75%, is grown in the island of Madagascar, great movie, off of Africa. Last March, the island was hit by a catastrophic cyclone, which damaged a number of plantations.
You a David Schwimmer fan?
Not really, no.
Well, I mean, he's awesome in that movie, man. I think it totally.
Oh, you know
redeems
what? Yeah.
everything that he's ever.
Well, I
done.
think he's way better in Madagascar than he's. You know what? Let's look at my DVD collection. Madagascar.
Oh yeah, it is right there. You don't have any of the sequels?
I don't, but you know,
You know what? You can't fuck with an original.
I like to think to myself as King Julian. Yes, I was actually thinking about that. You
What?
can fuck with the original. Earlier in the car, I was listening
Not
to
that one.
the remix to Ignition. Much better than Ignition by R. Kelly.
You know what? I think I've only ever heard the remix.
If you listen to Ignition, it sucks. But you listen to the remix,
Hey,
that's the exception to the rule. Maybe Rush Hour 2 is better than Rush Hour 1.
no,
No?
I will not say that.
Okay.
Well, it's pretty good. Now that I think
I
about
celebrate
it.
the whole franchise.
I don't really fuck with Rush Hour 3, dude. I've only ever caught it in the middle of the movie.
If you've never seen
and
Rush
it's just
Hour,
not good.
it's Friday. And if this is Saturday, even if it's Sunday, that's something to do. Go watch the Rush Hour trilogy.
The trilogy?
Is it 4?
Actually, no. No, I don't know. It could be.
No,
It could very well be, because for years I didn't know there was a third.
getting back to the vanilla thing, I mean,
Yeah.
it's always thought of as
Shit,
vanilla.
We do really jump, dude.
That's fine.
We jump on this.
It is fine.
I hope people follow along well, though. I know we do, because we've been doing this kind of conversation for years. But I don't know. Do people talk like we do? We're not like some schizophrenic thought process that just like jumps around and is just like.
Well, like Rory and Lorelai. I like to think of ourselves as the male Rory and Lorelai.
That's how we should promote this next episode.
Yeah. We're the male. If you're not familiar with who Rory and Lorelai is, well, one, educate yourself.
You don't even deserve to know.
You need to watch Gilmore Girls. Katie was really stuck on this show called Parenthood. That's an old show from ABC.
Yeah, ABC Family?
No,
right?
it was just
No?
ABC.
Oh, no, I know which one you're talking about. Okay.
And it had the guy from Coach, the coach from Coach.
Yeah, it was their version of what show?
It was actually based off a movie by Opie from Andy
Ron
Griffith.
Howard?
Yeah, Ron Howard. So, Ron Howard directed it and wrote it and everything. That's how you know it's a crock of shit.
Tearjerker?
It is a tearjerker. But she's in there, the Lorelai, without Rory. They gave her a Rory, and they try so hard.
Oh,
and
that
it's just
sounds bad.
It's not working. It doesn't work because you know the original already. You can't fuck with the original.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? That guy, I forget the
coach
actor's
from
name.
Coach?
Coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Great
just refer
show.
to him as Coach.
If you can watch
solely
that show.
Coach. that guy turned down the father figure role in Modern Family, and then he picked up a father figure role in
And then
Parenthood.
another coach picked it up, Ed O'Neill.
Yeah,
From
some
the Little
would
Giants.
even say a better coach. He had the Heisman, bro.
Yeah, he had a water tower named after himself. Kevin O'Shea.
You know, one of the best lines from that movie is in the opening scene, and like, I don't know why it's not quoted more often, but after the heavyset kid gets knocked down, and they find his lunch in his helmet, and then they say, "Cheetos, sir." He says, "Crunchy or puff, pussy." like that is one of the best exchanges in dialogue ever written in cinema history. I mean, I would see that on a Tuesday night anytime, man. That's fucking fine cinema.
That's Little Giant. You know what's crazy about those actors?
What?
Is that they have like if Ed O'Neill wouldn't have gotten that role in Modern Family, he'll always be remembered for Modern Family. He would have been remembered best for Married with Children, which was
iconic role.
Funny.
It's funny,
but it's kind of like gross. It makes you feel gross when you watch it.
That was the point, in a sense. Like,
it made me feel grosser than watching Roseanne.
No, hold on a second.
Because Roseanne also made me feel gross.
Well, both of those are like satires on the family sitcom,
the Modern Family.
This.
It was literally a Modern Family.
I mean, those were the beginning of satire in sitcom, of not having your wacky, everyday, fun-loving family bullshit. Leave It to Beaver, all the way to fucking Family Ties, to fucking any of those shows.
Family Matters?
No, I'm talking about Family Ties.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll throw Family Matters on there too. Same
by
fucking
step.
thing. I was talking about Michael J. Fox's inaugural role, Family Ties.
I don't know.
He plays a young conservative with a liberal family, and he's a young Republican.
I gotta watch this,
dude. It's a great show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But that was pre Back to the Future.
I thought you were gonna say pre cerebral palsy.
It's Parkinson's. Cerebral palsy usually begins at birth.
Yeah.
Parkinson's, and man, he just bummed me out, dude. That's just like thinking of Michael J. Fox with his vest.
But like, just getting back to
it,
Ed O'Neill.
Yeah.
Now he's known for Modern Family. Peg Bundy, she'll always be known for her role in Sons of Anarchy, I feel like, because that was a great role. She did a great job in that.
Gemma very much fits her. Like, she very much fits that role. As just
I'd like to go back. You know what you should do?
What's that?
You should go back and get really high.
Yeah.
And imagine that's Gemma before she marries Clay.
Before she marries Clay.
Yeah.
The storyline doesn't fit.
They don't fit?
They don't fit. You can't make that one fit like all the Ryan Gosling movies being connected. Those work. But Gemma needed to marry the guy like right after Vietnam, and
that's true.
So the timeline just doesn't work. But yeah.
What is Bud Bundy doing now? His
Which
son.
one's Bud?
His son.
I can't even think of the actor. I can picture his face.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. I wouldn't be able to tell you.
Is there any other older guys who like reprise themselves? I think the guy from Parenthood. Parenthood was actually a really big show in its time. I think it was a little bit bigger than Coach.
What?
I think so.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Coach was big. I don't even know how I even watched that show.
You know what? It's hard to fucking tell because
did I pop myself in front of the TV and start watching Coach?
No, here's the thing. No shows right now, even the most popular show, is as popular as the like mid-popular shows back then. Because back then,
I think there's some good fandom.
No,
man.
hold on a second. I'm just saying, like back then.
You just don't watch TV that much.
No, I'm not saying that. Well, I am saying that in a sense. Back then, there were only 4 channels. There was no streaming.
Yep.
And, some of the biggest TV events had 30 million viewers. You can't get that anywhere near that today. Now, a good viewing is about 6 million. 6 million to 12 million.
I feel like if you want to be a good show, like a really well-watched show, you got to get yourself on Netflix these days.
Well, yeah,
like
you
when
have
they
to
can
be on a streaming
consume
process.
it on demand.
Yeah, whenever they want at their own leisure.
I watch one show still on TV where I have to wait for it every week.
Really? What's that?
Better Call Saul.
Oh, okay.
And even this time, this go around, this season, it's actually a season finale either happened or it's about to happen.
Series finale or
season finale.
Oh, okay.
Either happened or is about to happen, and I haven't been able to get myself in front of the TV while it's playing live like I like to.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna have to watch it just as if it were on Netflix. I'm gonna have to binge it when I'm ready. I think we're in an era where everything needs to. People don't want to wait a week for it or take.
I don't want to wait for my life to be over, Chewy.
Another good show. I don't know what.
Oh,
Dawson's Creek.
I was, James Van Der Beek, his comedy is a very.
He reprised himself as Diplo.
What?
He's Diplo on a show on Vice.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I'm just saying his comedic timing is very underappreciated in our time. I don't know if you ever watched Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23.
No. I wanted to.
Seems like a show that you wouldn't really be interested in.
I think so, because I think the lead actress is really attractive. She's the girl from...
what's her... Ritter.
Kristen Ritter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's...
Yeah. So
really attractive.
So every scene with James Van Der Beek is fucking hilarious.
Sounded like a nerd virgin there.
Huh?
I sounded like a nerd virgin. Oh, she's gorgeous.
Oh, fuck. That's a good callback. That's a good callback to an inside joke that we will never
I'll
talk
reveal
about
it right now.
No, you're not going to. I would be very mean.
I'd
I'd be very mad at you.
There was a guy.
Yeah.
Who was our friend.
Look, let's just end it right there, dude. I'm going to end it. I'm going to end it.
I'm not going to reveal anything.
I don't know, man. I feel like you will.
He saw a picture of a girl online that he really, really was fancy. Like he fancied her. And he says, "Women are beautiful."
They're just so gorgeous. As he laid back in the bed of my truck at fucking 1:30 in the morning.
Oh.
I'm like, all right, dude, that's a little hard up, but okay.
Continue.
Yeah, what was I talking
James
about?
Van Der Beek.
James Van Der Beek. I don't know. He's a funny dude. He parodies himself very well. Definitely has a good sense of humor about it. And yeah, man. If you could, I don't know. I remember binging that on Netflix, and they got cut off after the second season with no ending, really.
Did it get canceled?
It got canceled.
Okay.
There was low viewership, but the scenes with him and his assistant are pretty funny. So yeah, man. As I was talking about this cold brew, going back to the cold brew from earlier, I feel like they're trying to emulate the whole craft beer. Pastry stout thing with having creative things with vanilla and fig. I don't taste any fig in this coffee, but I really feel like that's
I don't
what
like
they're
coffee with cream.
trying to do. I'm not a fan of coffee with cream either most of the time. Sometimes I go high sugar fucking hazelnut fucking cream fucking
it is fall.
iced coffee.
It is fall on the first day of fall. I mean, like clockwork. Did you notice, like clockwork, the first day of fall, it got cooler? Like, Fresno's a hellhole all the way through September.
Yeah.
October 1st, it started cooling down. October 2nd, it started raining. It's been raining this week. Michael's full fall right now. He's got that flannel going.
Yeah, man. I as soon as it dips below 84, I'm pulling out the long sleeves, bro.
I had a fall classic, a salted caramel mocha at Starbucks, and that's when I'll go full sugar. There's some cream in there. Well, soy milk. Those are fucking delicious. I like full sugar coffee sometimes. Not for the coffee value, more for just the sugar. I had to recently quit soda. I was on a soda thing for a while.
Oh, I know that game.
Dude, it was bad. You gotta wean yourself off it. It's like crack.
Oh, yeah. You're just really high, and you make yourself some ramen, some bad ramen, just drenched in sriracha, and you're like, what goes good with this? A wild cherry Pepsi that you got from a variety pack just because it was hella cheap, and you don't even want the Orange Crush, but then you're really high, and you're like, Orange Crush. Just crushing the game. Just crushing it. Same nerd virgin used to wear an Orange Crush shirt.
Yeah.
And that was your line, was he's just crushing it, bro. He's just crushing it.
So it's fall. It's our favorite. I think it's this podcast's beloved, renowned season. I think our most listened, honestly, was our Halloween episode.
Yeah.
So for the next 3 episodes, actually,
Yes.
we're going to do nothing but Halloween-themed things.
You know what? I have something to talk about this. I meant to bring this up. I wanted to do you know how, like, we talk about Netflix a lot on here. We're giving suggestions on things that people should watch. I thought about, for me, I've been kind of a huge critic of horror movies. I hate most of them.
Yeah.
I despise them because a lot of the times they have bad directors, bad acting.
There's just something about horror that it gets a pass. For me, it gets
a
pass.
Well, yes, in some cases, if it's going for like a campy thing, and I mean, you know,
I listen to horror podcasts. You know that I listen to horror podcasts. They all suck.
Yeah.
The stories are all terrible. They're not scary.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I find myself tuning in every week because it's something that's different.
Yeah.
And it might not scare me. I never get scared. But it's a cool little escape from reality. It's a cool little story just to think about fucking stupid ass things. Like one of them, I was listening to it with Katie, and she was like, "This is just really bad writing," and I was like, "I know, I know, but I love it."
No. Sometimes you have to watch the train wreck unfold, and it's just interesting to watch a train wreck.
So with your scary movies,
some of my favorite movies though have been horror movies, and I think when they're done right. And so I want to watch. I wanted to have like a horror movie every day, which there's no way that I'm going to get a horror movie every single fucking day.
Tune into our Instagram where Michael will put his iPhone on a tripod facing the back of his head.
Yeah. And
in another one facing the front of his face while he watches horror movies for hours.
Oh man. That's a good call back to our last
All
episode.
Michael's movies.
Oh man,
you'll see him get up for some ramen. You'll see him take a hit of his vape pen every now and then.
So, I want to watch at least 20 horror movies this month.
Let me know which ones. I'll watch them with you.
Well, okay. I will give you the suggestion for.
Are we going to give them the suggestions too?
Yeah,
we'll all listen to them.
Yeah, no,
we'll all watch them.
So this week, my suggestion is going back to 2015's The Witch. Have you ever seen this movie?
I've heard actually. Katie's brother said it was a really good movie.
Fantastic movie.
All right.
Fucking great.
All right.
Best, well, not best, but one of the best horror movies I have ever seen. As far as modern horror movies go, a lot of them, the reason why I don't like them is that they resort to cheap jump scare tactics. You know,
I like those sometimes though.
I like them.
Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, those
shitty.
Are jump scare.
Just jump scares.
Yeah,
I like them. They freak me out.
Well, not all of them are jump scares. Some of them is pretty, if the idea of the imagery is terrifying in a sense.
True, yeah.
So they're not completely jump scare in that movie, but this movie, I think there's only like one jump scare in the whole movie. A lot of it's like slow panning and just that you're going to see something terrible and you can't like look away from it, and it's a really well done movie. It was an independent movie. It was the guy's first direction, first written movie. He tried to write other movies, but since they were kind of odd scripts, he could get no financial backing, so he made the genre film because horror movies always get funding for some reason. So he made a genre film.
Especially during October.
Yeah, so he made this film under a fairly small budget. They made everything like 1600s, accurate. And it's a movie filled with a little bit of religion and like the kind of paranoia that comes with the understanding of the world at that time, in a sense. And just watching it, it's just fucking great. Like the cinematography is amazing. The fucking the amount of research into how people actually spoke back then is really good. Much of the dialogue from the movie at the very end, it'll even tell you. A lot of the dialogue from the movie comes from personal journals written during that time. And again, loosely based off of fairy tales and the dialogue that they found in journals. But also those dialogues were also probably, coming from that understanding of the world at that point. And so, adding a fantasy level to it, makes sense. And it's just a fucking terrifying movie. But yeah, man.
So, what do you want people to do? Like they're gonna listen to it, right? And then what?
What do you mean?
They're gonna listen to this podcast.
They should get into the Halloween. They should. Oh,
we're gonna talk about it next week or what?
No, I don't think we need to talk about it.
You'll have another one.
I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm gonna have another suggestion. I'm gonna also try to steer away from sci-fi driven horror movies because I feel like that's its own genre in a sense. Even though one of my favorite horror movies would be The Thing, but it's a little sci-fi ish, and so I'm gonna steer away from sci-fi alien driven horror movies. Maybe a couple might slip in, but
when is the time to watch like Ed Wood movies? Is that right now? Is that a Halloween thing?
Like
we should have a whole Ed Wood episode.
Just campy like Planet 9 type movies, just like movies that are unintentionally bad or intentionally bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Not all of his movies were horror movies, were they? Or
they were all like sci-fi.
They were all sci-fi and horror. Hey, have you ever actually watched Teenagers from Mars?
I don't think so.
It's a hilarious movie.
It's a great song.
Huh? Yeah, it is. Song. Yeah. I mean, I was just thinking about it because Halloween, Misfits, campy shit, sci-fi shit.
Should we go somewhere?
What do you mean?
Like, should we go to a haunted house or something? I was thinking that this all leads up to our Halloween episode where we broadcast live from Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights or something. Just for fun.
How are we going to broadcast live for over there?
We wouldn't do it live. We'd just do it from the hotel room. You could do it live.
Can we just do it from this room and say that we're at the hotel room? Describe the scene with, elaborate, I'm losing my train of thought here.
I'm trying to find a podcast for you. I have a podcast suggestion from those scary stories that I listened to. There was one that was actually written really well that had me captivated, and it's by Creepy. If you guys have never listened to Creepy, Creepy is just
It's just called Creepy.
It's just called Creepy. It's not called the Creepy Podcast or anything.
I like the simplicity of the title.
It's creepy, and they're different stories. You think they're user submitted. And sometimes they're even user recorded, where the user will record it themselves and submit it to Creepy. It's a story. I can't find it, to be honest with you. It's just a story of a guy who was trying to get over his girl. They had just broken up, and he was walking home. He got too pedo and passed out.
Oh.
And some guy finds him.
Been there.
And he's like, hey, he has a creepy voice. You need a lift or something?
Oh.
And the guy's like,
don't go in the car for my experience.
Well, that guy didn't have a car. He just led him into the woods. He's like, I know a shortcut. And it sounds it sounds stupid.
You distance yourself from that guy.
For some reason, the guy follows him.
Well,
follows him all the way.
He never watched any children's movie or listened to any cautionary tale or fucking fairy tale.
Here it is. I found it.
Like, he's an idiot.
If you want to listen to a creepy podcast and get into the real Halloween spirit, do this at night. You can't do these during the day. I do them on my ride to work, which kind of works just because I like the entertainment value of it. I don't like try to get to spook myself, but you want to really get scary, you really want to get spooky with it, do this at 3 a.m. at the witching hour, when you're not doing anything, turn off all the lights, listen to the Creepy, not the Creepy podcast, just Creepy, and the story of the tale of Robert Elm. It's about an hour long, and it pretty much it captivates you the whole time. So a guy gets led into the woods. He finds a secret society that lives in the woods, and the guy who took him there was the leader. And you'll take it from there. But I really do suggest that one.
Hey, I thought of a good Halloween thing for our podcast. We do a live seance right here. I'll bring the candles. I'll bring the fucking.
At work, I have a shrine, a black magic shrine on my desk. It's a Santa Muerte candle with a bunch of change.
Ooh.
Some bullet shells from like a whatever supply store, military
surplus store.
Military surplus store. So like big old fucking Full Metal Jacket bullets.
Oh man, dude, you're just that's
some rings.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna replace those bullets with casings found at cartel scenes, and we'll get some real shit going. we'll bring some bad juju in this room.
Yeah.
And
Get a Jesus Malverde candle, the patron saint of drug dealers.
All right.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Some
man.
good stuff. Do we want to do like some scary stories on the podcast?
See, I remember you talked about this. I can't see me. I mean, I don't know. I have like no reaction to a lot of things. I'm basically a white wall of personality sometimes.
Yeah,
and if you were to tell me scary stories, I'd just be staring at you, and I would have no reaction or no commentary on it.
What are
most
your
of the
plans for this
Halloween?
This whole season? How are you getting into the mood?
Probably going to be working
other
Halloween day.
than watching the movies. What else are you doing? I know you like to get in the spirit.
I love Halloween.
Yeah.
I love the spirit. But
somebody asked me that the other day. They're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, you like Halloween so much? What are you dressing up as?" And I was like, "Well, it's not about the dressing up for me.
Well, I do like dressing up.
I just like watching."
Ooh, creepy. Voyeur. Voyeuristic movies. You know what? I'm going to throw a voyeur movie. A voyeur horror movie.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll look that up. Best voyeur movies. And, skip all the porn from voyeurism. And just, find a good horror movie. Yeah.
I'm looking at my movie collection right here to see if there's any horror movies
related things. Pirates of the Caribbean,
Disney,
bro.
Disney,
Ghosts
Disney,
and
Disney.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, these are all Disney movies.
Yeah, I found all these Disney movies at a thrift store.
Minus Workaholics.
That was a gift from Tim Gomez.
You found Frozen there?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
all of these. It was a lot. Like I bought a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It was like buy them all for like this price, and I was like, "You got it, you got it."
But okay, so I don't necessarily want to reveal the costume that I think I'm going to do this year.
I bought my costume last year.
Did you?
Yeah, 50% off the day after.
Smart idea.
Well, honestly, I was like, "Fuck, doesn't it take so long? Why did I even do this?" It's just, and then it was around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do it again this year.
Yeah. What is it?
I was inspired by a friend of ours when I was a child.
Yeah.
Our friend Kyle Allen,
Yeah.
friend of the podcast. I don't know if he is.
No, he's not. I can guarantee you he has never taken the time of his day to listen to this, even though he has a long-ass drive like you do to work.
Friend of myself, Kyle Allen. He had this really cool mask, a werewolf mask that had matching gloves, and he wore a red flannel.
I do remember this.
I don't know if he did it every year, if he only did it 1 year, but it stuck with me forever.
You didn't like my werewolf version that time we went to a party?
No.
What? Come on, it was pretty good.
I like Kyle's.
What? Oh, my werewolf was It was a transitioning werewolf.
I thought you were saying it was transgender. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, well, dude, I was very woke back in 2012. 2012 Halloween, wokest costume of the year. Transitioning transgender werewolf. It was fucking dope. You know why? Because you couldn't tell that it was a transgender werewolf, and so that's why it was very like non-offensive and very woke and very like, no, that's just a normal werewolf dude, and it's like, no, that is a transitioning werewolf person. And yeah, so anyways,
bought my costume 50% off. Had the werewolf. And,
I remember the mask,
and it's around here somewhere.
I remember it. Yeah,
and I'm excited to wear it. I don't know when I'm gonna wear it because Halloween's on a fucking weekday.
Yeah, it's a Wednesday.
It should always be on a Saturday.
Well, dude, I mean, you go anywhere on Halloween on the Saturday preceding Halloween.
Yeah. What about the Saturday
people are doing
before?
Shit. Huh?
What about the Saturday before?
I'm saying the Saturday before.
What
I'm talking about October 27th.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, that's the day. This Saturday before
what about the
Halloween
Saturday
is
after?
October. I don't know.
It's over?
I think it's over. I think you'll see a couple people, and people will be like, "Oh, okay." But it's also November at that point.
I saw a
it's
good
after
tweet
the
that
31st.
said it's October 1st.
Yeah.
That means Halloween's tomorrow. Thanksgiving's next week, and
oh yeah,
Christmas
I mean,
is,
I've had
New Year's the
Christmas
week
stuff
after
at
that.
my work for available to buy for the past 2 weeks.
I've been seeing
Maybe
Christmas shit since August.
Yeah,
It's I like it, dude. I like this. I like
the whole season.
This whole season is really good for the podcast because it gives you a lot of shit to. We are big fans of for being fucking
Grinches who are non-religious.
We sure do like the holidays.
Oh, I fucking love the holidays, man.
It's a good time, and it's look forward to really good content. Honestly, this week we slept on it. We slept on this. It's 40 minutes in. We can be real honest with them now.
What?
We didn't write anything.
No.
We're just chilling today.
Yeah, man. I was trying to crack open a cold one.
You could have just brought a beer to make it weird.
No, I thought about that. Early morning beer. I don't want to do that. I'm like, as far as the health thing that you're talking about.
Are you trying to?
I'm not trying.
Oh.
But and let me put it this way. I'm not trying.
I'm growing
I'm actually
sideways,
eating
dude.
healthy things.
I had a salad for lunch yesterday for the longest time. For the first time in a long time.
Like what kind of salad? Tell me the kind of lettuce.
It's an arugula kind of thing.
All right, you got some arugula in there.
It was like a spring mix.
Some people don't like the arugula, but I love.
I don't
arugula,
like iceberg salads.
No, they're terrible.
They're terrible.
There's no taste. You need the dressing for that shit.
Yeah.
And the dressing is going to be
when people
terrible.
say they don't like salads, it's like, well, you just had fucking bagged salad your whole life that your parents threw on there with a little bit of ketchup or something.
Ketchup
with your
steak.
Salad. I'm pretty sure that's how people are eating it, dude, because they don't understand how good they are. It's some good shit. This salad I get, it's green goddess from Panera. The dressing has like yogurt in it.
Fancy.
And the thing that always gets me, dude.
Yeah.
There's a hard boiled egg in there.
Yeah.
It's over. That shit's a bomb. Hard boiled eggs are like, if I could just eat hard boiled eggs all day.
Well, you should do that.
I should. They're very, very high in cholesterol.
It's actually okay. They say it's fine now.
Oh, it's fine now.
It's fine now.
The other day I saw an article that said eating processed meats increases your chances of getting breast cancer. And it's like, when did you think that would be good? When did you think processing things would be a good idea?
I don't know. About 95% of what I consume is highly processed.
I know. That's not good. It's not good.
I like to think that I'm not heavy set, that it's all just inflammation. You
actually looked thinner than you've been.
It's all because I'm wearing all black, bro. I'm wearing monochromatic, and I read GQ, Chewy. You get a little GQ action, and it looks fine. But no, I'm not. I'm probably
the heaviest
I've ever been in my life.
That's what spooked me.
TBH, the heaviest I've been in my life.
Yeah, I mean, me too. It's getting to the point where I'm like, you know what? I really need this to be jacket season already. This is not good.
Oh, yeah, man. I tried the other day. I think it was Tuesday. I was like, I'm going to wear a jacket. It's getting
humid.
Cold. But then it was all
humid.
Oh,
You're
it's actually
baking in there.
I thought it was going to be in the 70s, and it's actually like
it's
80.
Shit, yeah.
And I was trying to justify wearing the jacket, and I just said, no, it's not going to happen. Gotta not wear this jacket.
Thank God that jacket season is coming, though. You can hide that girth.
You know what? Here's the thing. That's my problem.
That you wait for jacket season.
I wait for jacket season, jacket and fucking crew neck season, and I just
the crew neck the crew neck makes you look fat, not you just
so?
people, because it has that elastic band that just turns into a pooch itself.
You got
a double pooch.
Well, hold on a second. You got to find a good crew neck. The thinner material crew necks don't do that. The thicker material crew necks do that. I know because I am a connoisseur of crew neck sweaters at the moment. Speaking of other health things,
yeah.
I talked about my back and everything.
Oh, I saw you went to the chiropractor.
I went to the chiropractor. I'm on 2 visits.
Oh.
I got 1 more visit.
What did they say was wrong with you? I saw you posted it on Instagram story or Snapchat, whatever it was, and I was like, wow. That must have been really bad for him to seek medical advice.
Oh, dude,
attention.
It was fucking bad. Like I wasn't really.
This
talking
guy
about
doesn't go to the doctor.
I don't go to the doctor. I don't even. Chiropractors I think are fucking quacks.
Just gone to the rub and tug.
This guy, you changed my mind a little bit on it.
You should have just gotten that inverted thing that old men get on.
I use that.
Yeah, you don't have one of those?
I do have one of those.
It didn't work?
I was afraid to go on it. No, I really was.
You get stuck?
No. I go on it all the time, or I used to. The reason why is that I was afraid because I honestly thought something was misplaced or wrong with my rib. I didn't think hanging upside down and letting gravity pull it the other way was a good idea to fix it. So I at least thought to go to a professional, even if I think the majority of the profession is filled with quacks and fucking snake oil fucking sellers and, I decided, I'll go to a chiropractor. Yeah, but by the time I actually went there, it was about 6 days in. It had almost already resolved itself.
That's what I wait for everything to do. I'm still waiting on a couple things.
Yeah, I'm waiting to make sure that these things that I have are not, cancer. I'm just waiting it out rather than getting the confirmation.
Yeah.
But, so like at one point, like just slightly leaning forward or tilting my side to the right, I couldn't breathe. Like I could not, like I started talking like this. I was explaining to someone, when I'm in this position, it really hurts. Like, I was that bad.
Were you at work?
And I was at work. It was like when I was here, that was my first or second day when we recorded last time.
Yeah.
And I thought, you know what, I'll power through this. This is nothing. But when I went to work, about mid-shift, it was like, I'm fucking dying. Like, I want to cry right now. And I was just like, yeah, I totally get.
If you go back to the last episode,
drugs and
somewhere in there he seizes in vain.
Look, it had not right there. It was maybe about a 70%.
Yeah.
The next day when I actually went to work, it went full on. This is the worst.
So what did they tell you that you had?
They didn't tell me much, man. But they I felt something that I've never felt. And it's still that way. On the right side, It's like knotted, bro. Like my back, like.
So they didn't tell you anything. They just started working.
No, they told me. I mean, it's this area, and I'm like, yeah, it's this area. It's like you feel this, and then they put their hand on the other side. You feel how my hand doesn't feel the same on that side, and I was like, yeah, you're right. And they put me on one of those electroshock things, to stimulate muscle, whatever, fucking shit.
You're feeling better though.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's good.
Oh man, they popped my upper back. Which
is that covered by insurance or is that out of your pocket?
It's insurance. There's a copay that I don't appreciate. $20 a pop. Literally 20 bucks a pop.
Just have a little stenographer right there listening for the pops.
No, but they did the whole thing.
Oh, enough pop. That was a fart. Don't charge me for that.
That was one of my concerns going in there. Like, this fool starts pressing on me, But then I was like, he's a professional. I'm sure that happens all the time. That's just like, a doctor putting their finger in someone's asshole. Like, you just let that slide. It's not literally, you just let that slide in. And, it's just professional. And, you can't worry about anything because they're professionals and they've seen everything. But yeah, man, so fucking let that guy pop it. And so at the end, I'll have 3 visits and I'm already fucking done. I don't even know if I need to go to my next visit. And, and so overall, it just cost me $60. I could live with that.
Oh, it really was a pop.
$20 copay every visit.
Oh, I thought it was like a pop.
No, I was just kidding. No, I mean $20 a visit, and that's just copays and dealing with that. But yeah, man, I don't know where to carry this next.
Oh, I'm trying to.
I see you trying.
Whenever you see me on my phone, I'm not doing anything other than.
No, there's a fair amount of typing.
There was a text right now.
Yeah, man. So, what else is good? Hey, you know what I saw at the mall recently?
What do you do at the mall?
Again, I don't go to the mall.
What the fuck are you doing at the mall?
Here's the thing. I don't go to the mall.
I haven't been to the mall in like a year.
A homie was...
the Fresno Mall. I actually go to the Merced Mall all the time just because it's small and you kind of have to. Like, if you need anything, like a shirt, like... I don't have my whole wardrobe over there.
Yeah.
So things come up where I need, like, a dress shirt or, like, I didn't fucking pack enough for work.
Yeah.
So things come up where I have to go buy extra clothes sometimes. Not all the time.
That's just called planning, bro.
I'm not a good planner.
It doesn't seem like it.
No.
That could be very expensive.
Oh, dude, it is. I'm in a weird situation. I don't know if anybody knows that. I don't really have a permanent residence. I'm kind of homeless. I'm kind of a couch surfer. I couch surf at my parents' house, but I also live at my girlfriend's house. So like a lot of my stuff is in like 2 different places.
Oh yeah, that's hard to manage. Of like, wait, did I leave that at?
There's things that I leave over there that I want to wear, or there's things that I leave over here that I'd like to do. Like, oh man, I wish I had my like a guitar. Like sometimes you just want to play a guitar. You're like, well, I'm not gonna keep one here because it's in a fucking apartment that can get broken into. I know, faithful right here, patting the wall of my parents' house. This is Fort Knox.
Do you? Okay. Your concept of home, has it changed at all?
I don't have a home.
When you say, "Oh, I'm going home," do you think of it this place
I'm going to my parents'
or
house.
do you think of it?
Or I'm going to Katie's house.
Interesting.
I don't have a home. I'm a nomad.
Feels that. I'm going to start a GoFundMe for Chewy's new home.
Oh yeah, I tell my work to give me a raise. I don't buy a home. No, that's what, I'm in a weird transition. I call it a situation.
A situation?
It's a situation that I'm in.
Yeah.
My current situation.
Current situation. I like that. I like that better than a situation. A situation sounds dire.
Yeah.
Like you do need the GoFundMe account.
No, this is my current situation.
This is my current situation. Just sounds like, Alec Baldwin, it's complicated.
The cool thing, though, Katie moved out of her house, out of her mom's house, and got her own place. It's a little apartment that's above a lawyer's house, lawyer's office, basically. Okay. Really cheap, like $600 a month. Really nice. It's small though.
Yeah.
Her dad used to live in a property that her mom owned. They're divorced, and he's moving out. He's gonna go live with his fiance. So that means a house is opening up. So Katie might move in there, and it's a country house. And you know how I love the country, dude.
Oh yeah.
And when she told me that, I was like, I need a shotgun right now. I'm not kidding. That was my first thought. I need a shotgun.
Oh, did you see the shotgun I sent you?
I liked it. I was actually looking up reviews last night, and I want
shotguns?
Yeah, I want a 6-shot pump action shotgun.
You are the least responsible person I could think of to hold a shotgun.
I mean,
no,
what are you
there's
talking
probably
about,
a couple less responsible people. You want to know why I say that is because Kyle Allen, the friend of our podcast,
never lets
you touch a gun, even if it's
I don't know
unloaded.
if I would let anybody touch my guns either, though.
Well, you're just a Nazi, though. I think Kyle Allen's just a responsible gun owner.
I don't know. That's not one of those things where you don't let people touch. It's not something that you just willy-nilly about.
Well, yeah, you let the right people touch.
Why? What do you need to touch it? That's my thing. Are you going to shoot it right now? Because otherwise, why are you
weren't going to shoot it. You wanted it so that you could pose with the, so you could flex for the gram.
That was a time where I wanted to flex for the gram.
Now, if you had another person wanting to flex for the gram, would you let them touch your guns?
No, they probably don't touch my guns.
So you understand Kyle Allen's perspective now.
Well, now I kind of understand that it's kind of like a motorcycle kind of thing.
Yeah.
You don't sit on a man's motorcycle. You don't sit on another man's motorcycle.
So you think of it that way.
Yeah, you don't touch another man's gun. Yeah.
That's just a weird version of the perspective.
That's their thing. That's theirs.
Okay.
Mossberg Maverick 88 12-gauge all-purpose pump shotgun. That's what I want. I heard it's very versatile, very good for home defense. Saw guys shooting slugs out of it, shooting little cutouts of goats out of like wrought iron, just like, I was watching videos all night, but I was really pumped, dude. I was just imagining myself in my Carhartt shirt, my camo hat, and my shotgun, just listening to some.
What kind of shoes are you wearing? Got any shooting shoes?
David Allen Coe. I have some boots that I bought for Kyle's wedding. This is the Kyle Allen episode.
Well, again, we need to see that guy because it's fall, and fall is when we see Kyle Allen.
He's our country friend who has the guns, and he's our Republican country friend who has the guns and the lifestyle that I wish I had.
Oh yeah,
and I might achieve that lifestyle.
At least a little taste of it.
Well, it's out in the country, dude. So it's nice.
Well, you gotta you gotta go full on.
You know what? It's just like his house,
your
though.
Vegetarianism.
It's just like his
your
house.
Yuppie views.
You know what? No, I feel like that's what makes me. It would make me like genuine. Like I'm not just following a crowd. I'm my own guy. I'm gonna vote for Bernie Sanders, but I'm gonna buy my shotgun too. Oh man, it's to protect my house, man. And you know what? When I start realizing that
Are
there's
you
going to be
really
a race
buying it
war.
under the guise of protection?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I've heard some shit out there. One
Yeah.
time we were out there.
Well, yeah, you know, meth heads do roam the
Oh,
country.
they love it.
Yeah, it's the
Oh,
wild.
let me
for
tell you
them.
what happened. It was about 10 o'clock at night. Katie was still living there and her brother was also still living there. They were in situations themselves. They were also in their current situations. We're just chilling, and I hear a car door slam. And you can hear when people are rolling up on you because it's a gravel road.
Gravel road.
So nobody rolled up. And you can see their lights
no
as well.
Sound. Yeah.
You can see their lights. So we're like, I looked at Katie and said, "Did you hear that?" And she's like, "Yeah." Let's go check. That's weird. So we walk out, and her brother's in the hallway. "Did you hear that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go check it out right now." So that fool goes and gets his shotgun. He gets his shotgun, and he's like, "All right, you started covering me real quick, because I'm gonna go outside and I'm just gonna shoot." I'm like,
Cover you?
Yeah.
With what?
The flashlight.
Flashlight?
I had a flashlight.
You could blind them.
So
that's why you got the 500 lumens.
Yeah. So I had the flashlight. That fool just walks out and just fucking blasts in the air.
That's a good thing to do. It's a good warning. Like,
It was-
hey, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
He just fucking does that. And you know, he's like the most liberal fucking guy that I know. He's a
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders all the way.
Hey, but he's in the shit. He understands the necessity.
And he says,
For home protection.
He says, quote, "You better get. We don't call the cops around here." Literally says that.
I heard that.
And he's like, "Yeah, it was probably some meth head trying to steal something from that truck." And we go in the truck. Keys are in the ignition because that's how they do it out there.
Uh-huh.
And the doors were unlocked. And he's like, "Yeah, I don't know. They were probably in the truck." And then we just go back inside. And that's why I need a shotgun, because there's people out there who like to just fuck around with your shit.
Yeah, that's real.
But that's why I'm getting that gun. And then the reason why I'm getting the AR-15 is because when the race wars start, none of you guys are going to have guns because all the white people bought them.
You know what, Chewy? I understand protection very well. I will show you right after this.
Michael has an extensive gun collection.
In my trunk right now is a samurai sword. Legit. I legit have a samurai sword in the back of my trunk right now. It's real enough. Look, I'm just saying, man. Some method rolls up on me while I'm in my car. I bust out the trunk. You know, I fucking yellow wolf it. Don't make me pop the trunk. Or what is this is a terrible song.
I don't know.
But
we'll get to that, though.
so I'll pop that trunk. I'll pull out this thing. It's not a real samurai sword. But you know what? It's a heavy piece of metal. It has a sharp point at the end. Sure, the blade itself is kind of blunt. But if I swipe somebody in the fucking neck with that, oh, they're going down, Chewy. They are going down. I don't even need to get that far. I pull that bad boy out of its sheath. Ain't nobody gonna be messing with me when I got a fucking samurai sword. Fucking Kill Billing it.
It's true.
God damn it, dude. I'm on the edge.
You're right.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna tell him too. I'm gonna say, I'm a motherfucker on the edge, and I fucking pull out my sword. They're not gonna even come towards me, bro. And that's what I'm gonna say too. Come towards me, bro. But yeah, man, I got a samurai sword at the moment. I didn't buy it; it was a gift.
Okay.
So it's honestly.
Did I say happy birthday to you?
It wasn't for my birthday.
I didn't say happy birthday to you.
No, you didn't.
Wow.
And you're not my friend. At least I question it now.
Woo! Another inside joke from Michael Steinhardt. Hey, no, but happy birthday, man. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, man.
29.
Ugh. Gross.
That was last weekend?
Yeah.
What'd you do? You do anything?
I hung out with Miguel. I mean, it wasn't... That was just a regular hangout, though. That wasn't necessarily... I'm not big on birthdays. I don't like to go do things. Except next year, I think I will plan something.
The big 3-0.
The Dirty 30.
Dirty 30.
I'm going to have Tiki Mike's Dirty 30 party.
Oh, are we going to broadcast it live?
Oh, we should.
Yeah.
If we're still doing this, which I hope we are.
will be.
But yeah, dude, I
We're
want
only
to do
on the up
Tiki
and up.
Mike's Dirty 30. And I want it from an outside perspective to be like, that's fucking weird. What the fuck is going on before me? And yeah, so I want it to be like a mobile party.
Okay.
I'm gonna plan this.
So like A party bus?
I might even get a party bus for this, bro. Just let willy-nilly, hey, you guys want to join the party bus? It's going to start out with me by myself in a little hat.
That's when you're going to need my shotgun.
And I'm just
going to get weird.
Oh, I'm going to be hella fucking weird. You best believe the samurai sword will be on my side. You know, because the only people willing to get onto the bus are going to be fucking meth heads.
No, I don't think so. I think you take this to the right place. People will love to get on a party bus. Is there alcohol in this party bus?
Yeah, man.
It's free?
Fucking stacked, bro.
Anybody wants to get on this party bus.
I like to think of it as my going out, my checking out party, you know?
Are you taking this party bus too? Are we taking this to a specific location?
Ooh, this is a good idea. I don't know. This is a good question. I mean, this might be a destination party.
Fresno.
We should do a destination.
Yeah.
Wonder, there's probably a higher rate for party buses in other cities. I feel like we probably have the lower rates, you know, for rental.
What if we just did a nice little Econoline bus and put some lights in it and
make it
Bluetooth
really
speaker.
fucking weird?
Get a nice little Bluetooth speaker going in it.
I mean, honestly, next year, 30, I'll probably be just like at home, like, oh, I bought a pizza for myself. And none of this is gonna happen. I will still have the samurai sword by me though, because you got to keep that thing on you, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, it's about that hour mark, so we're going to give you Tiki Mike's final thoughts. Or if you want to talk about anything else, feel free.
Well, you know, I don't know. What did we talk about this episode? You know what? Don't buy into the hype of some of these premium cold brew coffees that have vanilla and fig. Because cold brew should be black coffee. Cold brew shouldn't have all the extra shit. Cold brew, the whole point of cold brew is getting the full, unfiltered, unwatered down coffee taste. You should enjoy that coffee taste with just having a regular black coffee. And you know what?
What about Ed O'Neill reprising his role?
Ed O'Neill should reprise his role in every current role he's in. And he kind of does, to an extent.
Yeah, he's always an angry old man.
Yeah. You know, he was an angry old man in his younger days in the 30s, so you know.
Tim Allen, he'll never reprise his role. I'm thinking about that. He'll always just be Tim the Toolman Taylor. He's not going to be whoever he is right now. Oh, whatever shitty show he's on.
The show that just moved networks.
Yeah.
You mean
he won't be?
He will never surpass his role.
No, never.
Buzz Lightyear, bro.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And that was in the early 90s.
October, Halloween season.
Yeah.
Final thoughts on that? Or
Halloween
beginning
season.
thoughts since we're starting.
Beginning thoughts. Tune in for new Halloween themed movies.
The next 3 will be all Halloween themed.
Oh yeah.
It's too early right now, but I think next week it'll be a little bit closer to the date where we can get a little spooky.
Spooktacular action.
And maybe we'll have some expensive vanilla extract or something, since that thing's going up in price.
Oh, just straight from the bottle?
Just straight from the bottle.
Oh, man.
Put it in our beer or something.
Ew, gross.
Who knows? Who knows what we're going to do with that?
That's terrible.
Anything else? I forget what else we talked about.
I like that you look to our board that we usually use that just has last week's.
Last week, too.
I got nothing. I'm good.
Well, until next week, watch out for Michael and Shatana Sword. Goodbye.